Hello everyone. I almost forgot how to do this. Hi. My face is back in front of the camera after a long time of trying out some different videos. I wanted to get back to my roots and do another Discog ranking. So in honor of
Denzel Curry's
latest project, which I absolutely love and you'll find out by the end of this video, we're going to do a Denzel Curry album ranking. Now, I'm including 5 albums on this list, and they're all the albums that are included on Spotify. So coming in at number 5, and really the only easy one to rank, is Unlocked with Kenny Beats. Let me preface this by saying Denzel has no bad albums, so just because this is at the bottom doesn't mean that it's not a good record. Unlocked is just much shorter than everything else in his discog, and doesn't really pack the punch that his other more focused records do. And that's fine because you can tell by the track list, he's not really trying to create something super conceptual. I think he just wanted to make a record with some fun bangers with Kenny Beats. So for me, the songs on here are cool. None of them are bad. I just never really returned to this record because he has a lot of other better stuff that I like. Coming in at number 4, and this really pains me to put this low, is Imperial. Imperial has some absolutely amazing tracks. ULT, Gook, Sick and Tired, Naughty Head. Like, the first 4 songs on this record are just flawless. In ways, I feel like this album doesn't show Denzel's versatility as well as some of his later records. However, it still really does show a lot of his versatility, especially on songs like This Life and Me Now, where he's sort of doing this sing rap flow. It shows that he's more than just a hardcore rapper on Gook or Naughty Head. In ways, I feel like Imperial was sort of a stepping stone for Denzel. If you look at the records he released in the future after it, you can see that a lot of what he was doing on there became inspiration for what he did on Taboo and his latest record, and even Zoo. So overall, a very important record in Denzel's catalog, a great record in Denzel's catalog, and a very necessary one. Coming up next, we have Zoo, which is something, if you told me 2 years ago that this would be number 3 in Denzel's catalog, I wouldn't have believed you. The first time I heard Zoo, I really didn't like it for some reason. To me at the time, maybe it's because I was younger, it felt like Denzel was sort of selling out with this record. But as I've matured over the past couple years and listened back to this recently, this thing is packed with bangers. And I definitely don't think Denzel's goal with this project was to sell out. I think he just wanted to make a short album full of bangers, and that's exactly what he did with Zoo. I'm not from Florida, but I can totally hear the Florida influence on this project, and I mean, with the features it has, they help out too. Rick Ross. Most albums slow down after a little bit, but from track 1 to finish, it just, every song just hits. The one thing I wish this album didn't do was have so many interludes, because it's already under like a half hour, and there are 3 interludes on it that I just felt were kind of unnecessary. But looking at the songs that aren't interludes, literally all of them are fantastic albums that you can listen to while driving in the car or working out at the gym. I will admit I have some recency bias with this project because I went back and listened to all his albums before I did this, and Zoo definitely has a little bit of recency bias, so that's why I gave it a spot above Imperial. Coming in at number 2, we have Taboo. This is an obvious choice for many people's number 1, and I totally get it. I have a pretty special connection with this album because it's the first one that really made me a fan of Denzel. It's the first one I had officially heard in full. And it's such a departure from what he was doing before he released this. It was conceptual. It was much darker, as dark as Imperial was. This album had a different sort of darkness to it. It was more of a darkness that felt like a void than a rage like on Imperial. And you immediately hear that when you hear the first song. The track list is packed with amazing songs. I like how this thing gets even darker as it goes. Switch It Up, Sirens, and Clout Cobain are all fantastic tracks. But when I heard Vengeance for the first time, I just knew this record was special. Zillakami's verse in that is so evil. I love it. I got chills the first time I listened to it. Love the message on Perks. Just everything about Taboo, its conceptuality, its darkness, the lyricism, the flows, the beats. Definitely could make a case for number 1, but we're going to talk about that now. Hi guys, this is Luke from the future. So my camera must have malfunctioned when I recorded the last part of this video, but basically my number 1 is obviously Denzel's new record. I thought the flows, concept, and lyricism were all incredible, and I was just super impressed by Denzel's maturity. I went into so much more detail in the actual video version, but I really don't feel like getting back into my whole spiel again. So those are basically my thoughts on Denzel's new record. I loved it, but that's pretty much it for everyone. I hope you have a fantastic night. I'm the anti-hipster indie nerd, and I'll see you next time. Peace.